And we're going to get some rain coming our way.
Yes, a little tropical connection. Melissa's going to stay well offshore, but some of the moisture gets drawn up in our direction, tied into the storm system that's going to bring the wet weather to Connecticut tomorrow evening. So kind of enhancing our potential for some moderate to heavy rain. So here's our latest headlines on tomorrow's first alert weather day. Well, we can't rule out some showers early on in the day. The wind and rain will be ramping up through the afternoon, so poorly timed for the evening commute and points thereafter, peaking tomorrow night. When it comes to rainfall totals, by the time it winds down well before daybreak on Friday, we could pick up 1 to 2 inches, perhaps some locally higher amounts. So there's the concern for some poor drainage flooding in prone typical areas, but also in a very isolated manner. With regard to winds, we could see the gust 30 to 40 miles an hour tomorrow night, and that wind actually lingers into our Friday. More on that in just a moment. Of course, Melissa, the latest here from the National Hurricane Center, wind down to 90 miles an hour. It's a Category 1 storm now as it's making its way through the Bahamas. It's going to be making its way northeastward, next up heading toward Bermuda as we head tomorrow night into the pre-dawn hours of Friday. Again, well offshore from the east coast of the U.S. In Hartford, currently we have 52 degrees, a north wind at 6. A bit of a raw day out there with the cloudiness and that breeze, and temperatures running a little bit below average. 55 from our view in New Haven. Pretty good visibility with the sleeping giant there off in the distance. That north-northeast wind right now at 12. So we've got some mid and upper 40s across western and northwest Connecticut. Also 48 coming in from Putnam. 52 Meriden, 48 also right now in Groton. So this northeasterly wind adding a little insult to injury, not too terribly strong, but up around 5 to 15 miles an hour sustained. Big picture, this area of low pressure is going to be shifting east and then tracking to the west of Connecticut. That's going to bring wet and windy weather in less than 24 hours here to southern New England. So fast forward 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, first alert futurecast showing some showers moving across the state. Scott Haney will be tracking those for you. And then as we get into the middle part of the day, a bit of a lull, and then here comes the main event around this time tomorrow. Rain heavy at times. Can't rule out even a couple rumbles of thunder. And then this area of low pressure passes to our west. This front moves through. So by the time we get to Friday morning's commute, we're drying out. But also by then the wind is changing direction. We'll see perhaps some partial clearing, but more clouds and sunshine as we end the week and end the month of October. So highs for tomorrow, mid and upper 50s inland, upper 50s if not low 60s along the shoreline. Again, initially that wind out of the east and southeast, and those gusts tomorrow evening up around 30 to 40 miles an hour. And then as we get into Friday morning, subsiding a bit, but also changing direction. By Friday evening, the wind more westerly, gusting again 30, 35, perhaps upwards of 40 miles an hour. So for trick-or-treat times, we head toward and past sunset. Temperatures dropping to the 50 to 55 degree range. Still a bit windy, but otherwise we should be dry and good to go. On our first alert 7-day forecast, the upcoming weekend, still a bit breezy on Saturday, not quite as windy as tomorrow. As high pressure builds closer, that will mean the wind will begin to relax a bit. Sun and clouds. Sunday, bright mid-50s. We'll start off on a chillier note in the mid-30s, but dry for both weekend days, so that certainly bodes well for outdoor activities. And don't forget, daylight saving time ends this weekend. The weekend 49 hours long. Get that extra hour of sleep by setting the clocks back before going to bed Saturday night. Also a good time to change the batteries in the smoke detectors. Next week, we start off Monday near 60, mostly sunny. Scattered clouds near 60 for Election Day Tuesday, back in the upper 50s by next Wednesday.
Everybody gets that extra hour of sleep except for parents, of course.
Kids still waking up at the same time.
All right, Mark.